Here is Stanley Tucci, ladies and gentlemen.
Wear athletic wear when you're working out. No other time. That's the most important thing. Other than that, it's up to you. But I would suggest a shirt with a collar and a jacket every now and again.
I made sure to throw a collared shirt on just for Stanley, just for Stanley.
Is that why you're business casual today?
Yeah. This is just for Stanley. You know what I'm saying? This is the only. I just do this song. You can see the collar right. Let me pop the collar for y'all just so you can see. You see the collar right there. That's a collar. You know what I'm saying? Did that for Stanley. Mr. Tucci, if you will. I thought this was funny. I know I'm not laughing now, but the first time I saw it, I giggled because I'm like, I know they're on this red carpet of Devil Wears Prada 2, and they're asking him about fashion stuff. I just thought it was
On the
funny.
Devil Wears Prada red carpet.
Right, it seems appropriate. And so did his statements for that moment. But I just thought as a person who wears athleisure, I guess, quite often. I'm a sweats and a tee guy. That's my style. I wear that probably more than I should. But I just wanted Stanley to know I heard him, and I got those too, I got a couple of those. Now, I didn't throw a jacket on. I do have some collared shirts. I didn't throw a jacket on because it's too hot for that. So just be honest. Right now, he said sometimes. Now, if it was winter, I would have showed up with a jacket on. You know what I'm saying? A
Okay.
button down and a blazer. But for this weather, this is what I got for Stan.
I feel like Stanley is just trying to elevate us, you know? He's trying to say, listen, athletic wear is cool, but you could also look nice, you know? You could step it up a notch. I believe that when you look good, you feel good. Stanley Tucci didn't say that, but I'm saying it. I think that there is something to be said about, putting that shit on and feeling good, and it makes you confident, and you go out in the world and whatever have you, and you feel good and you present as a strong, confident person. I do believe that. I also believe that you can just wear whatever you want to wear.
That's where I'm at.
I'm totally fine with I'm totally fine with dress codes and things like that. I tend to follow them, but also just it depends on the day for me what I want to do. Like sometimes sometimes I get up a little early and I know I'm going out and I want to do a little bit extra and I'll do that. And then other times I'm like, where are those sweatpants I love so much that I have on repeat?
Yeah. I mean, I've got quite a few pairs of sweats. I make sure to keep a couple, so I'm not wearing the same old ones. But yeah, I think listen, my style is function over fashion. I'm just a boy in the world. That's
You're
it.
just a boy. You're just a boy. That's true.
That's
And I'm
it.
just a girl.
If I'm going to the bodega or to
Uh-huh.
the gym or to work where I've got to go put a uniform on, I'm just gonna throw on sweats and a tee.
Bodega baddie.
That's it. Now, if you tell me we're going somewhere where I need to put some actual clothes on, then
Uh-huh.
I'll make sure I dress appropriately. But
Okay.
more times than not, you're gonna
You're
see
in
me
your
in sweats
uniform.
and a tee.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all have a uniform, whatever that
And
may be.
and
Sometimes it's
there's
more
plenty of
dressed up and
ladies.
sometimes it's dressed down.
Right. And there's plenty of ladies who they operate in the world in leggings and just leggings.
Oh, I like leggings, but I can't just live on leggings.
There's plenty who do. And I felt like they needed to hear this clip too.
I agree with that because I do think that sometimes, and I think what Stanley Tucci is speaking to. Also, I just want to reiterate what he said in the beginning because it was a little spotty, the audio. But what he's saying is, just in case you guys didn't catch it, he's saying that he feels like there's too much athleisure out there, and that people should, you know,
You should
dress the
try.
part. Yes, make an effort, and it doesn't have to just be athleisure all the time. Um, yes, there are some people who all they want to wear is leggings. And I think it's similar to what you're saying, right? Like it's function over fashion. Sometimes it's function and fashion. I mean, I'll say this. I follow a lot of like style creators and people like that. And there's this one particular girl who she works out a lot. She probably works out almost every day. I don't know, but she's always in leggings, but she makes it fashionable. I don't think I ever seen anybody rock the leggings the way she does. She always has on like a cute little windbreaker with it. Her hair is always well done. She always looks, she looks like she gets dressed with intention, even though it's very laid back and very casual. And part of that is because she's posting that she went to her bar class and came back. There's only so many things you can wear to bar class, right?
Right. Exactly.
So I think there's a world where some of the girls are making it work, but I do think there are some who probably need a little work in that department, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, who am I to judge?
I mean, you're the fashionista here,
Listen, I will tell you this too. Another thing that has traumatized me. No, so I actually feel like sometimes um I have a hard time figuring it out. And then I default, like I was saying before, then I default to some sweatpants or some comfy pants, right? Not necessarily sweatpants all the time, but I have like a couple pairs of pants that are like super baggy and like very like I guess boyish kind of, but they're comfortable and they're not sitting on my belly. You guys know that I had a BBL last year, so like I don't like anything sitting on sitting too tightly on around my stomach. So I totally understand like falling into the rut, but I also think that you have to figure out a way to pull yourself out of the rut. And if it's not a rut for you and it's just the way you dress, then it's just the way you dress. I mean, maybe some people just don't care about that, and that's fine too. Now I know you don't. You made it very clear that you don't. But I've even told you, can I say that? Can I tell them what I've told you about like your style? And I've told you like, okay, if athleisure is truly your thing, because I think that there's just wearing sweats, and I think then there's also like dressing it up. I don't think there's anything wrong with then, spending a little bit more money on some nicer sweats, or not saying yours are not nice, I'm just saying in general. Um some nicer sweats, or like maybe the sneakers that you're wearing are a little bit fancier or something. I think style is less about you looking like everybody else and more about you expressing yourself and whatever that looks like for you. So that's why I always say I feel like people should wear whatever they feel comfortable wearing, but in order to express your own personal style, you just make it your own. So if your personal style is a t-shirt and sweatpants, okay, but what kind of t-shirt, or like what sweatpants are you wearing? Like is it gonna have like a cutesy little side stripe on it, or a little zipper here that's not you know what I mean? Like there's ways to invoke your personal style without deviating from the things that you like or the uniform that you may tend to wear. I think we all have a uniform, to be honest. If you pay close enough attention to people, you'll realize everyone has a uniform. Everyone has the thing that they always go back to, the easy thing for them.
The
So,
default.
the default, yeah.
I got you.